What's up everyone, my name is Josh and this is Josh Unboxed, and welcome back to the Daily Grind, a video series in which I talk about particular cards, plays, strategy, news, and how it affects the overall sports card market. In other words, I'm just trying to find a way to help us navigate through the craziness that is the sports card world of today, as well as to help us make much more sound purchasing and selling decisions. And today, I wanted to talk about a personal goal of mine. In one of my older videos, I talked about the concept of what's your goal, what's your plan, and what's next. Now, personally, I think it's very important to set goals, especially for those of us who truly want to use sports cards as an alternative long-term investment, especially for those of us who don't have the large bankrolls to be able to buy these bigger cards. For me personally, I have a big main goal, and I've talked about it in some of my older videos, and that is to be able to build a collection to pass on to my son. I'm talking about 20, 25 years, 30 years from now. Now, within that big old macro goal, there are micro goals that I have. And those are the particular cards that I'm chasing to be able to build that said collection. Now, I know in one of my older videos, I talked about don't chase, stay one or two steps ahead of the game. But that whole concept of that video is mainly saying don't chase the trends, right? You want to stay one or two steps ahead of the trends so that it gives you more opportunities to sell. Now, if you're going to chase, then chase your goals. I feel that for myself, chasing goals, having a goal to chase allows me to stay focused and not get swept up and lost with all that's going on in the sports card world, because it's so easy to get swept up with the current hot trends and get lost and lose focus in this game, because at the end of the day, it's all about achieving those goals. In a sense, it helps me make much more sound purchasing and selling decisions. Now, as for my current goal, it is the 1980 Topps Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Julius Erving card. Now, this is more famously known as Magic Johnson and Larry Bird's rookie card. It has Magic, Bird, and Erving. It's a card that I feel has a lot of long-term potential. And when I'm talking about long-term, I'm talking about 20 years, 25 years, 30 years from now. Slow growth, doesn't matter. This is a card to hold for the long run. I recently started to seriously look into this card about a few weeks ago, but with the recent run up in vintage, I kind of held back a little bit. But now that I'm starting to see a slight pullback on a lot of vintage cards, I think now is the perfect time for me to strike. And the plan of how I'm gonna obtain that card is really a lot of the stuff that I've talked about on this channel, a lot of my older videos, all the different types of concepts, strategies, plays, ideas, those types of things I'm using to be able to fund the purchase of this card. Now, what I want to do next is show you guys what cards I'm selling to be able to fund the purchase of that big card. And the first card is this 2003 Fleer Dwayne Wade rookie card, BGS 9.5. It's a True Gem Plus. It's a 959595 with 10 on the surface. We got a 2019 Bowman Chrome Wander Franco PSA 10. A 2020 Topps Bo Bichette PSA 10. 2019 Topps Fernando Tatis Jr. PSA 10. Now, I know those first four cards are kind of small. It might not even put that much of a dent into helping me get to that card, but the next three cards are the big ones that I plan on selling to be able to help me get that card. And the first one is a 2011 Bowman Chrome Mike Trout PSA 9. 1986 Topps Jerry Rice BGS 8.5. And the 1993 SP Derek Jeter BGS 8.5. Now, a lot of these cards that I've showed you actually come from those particular plays, strategies, and ideas and concepts that I've talked about. Buying during the offseason, the Mike Trout, Bo Bichette, Wander Franco, Tatis, those four cards I bought during the offseason, this past offseason at a low price. Finding value in lower graded cards, the BGS 8.5s, that Jerry Rice card and that Derek Jeter card. And they're also featured in two particular plays that I made that I talked about where I felt that those cards had value. And also the concept of stacking and stashing goats. Now, with the Jeter card, I had four of them, right? And I've been selling some of them off slowly. With the Jerry Rice, I only bought two. But however, the way I did it was I took one Jeter card, sold it, and rolled it into two Jerry Rice cards. And now I'm selling one of those Jerry Rice cards to help fund the purchase of that Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Julius Erving card, while also at the same time being able to hold on to another copy of that Jerry Rice card, just so that I can still have that in the collection to pass on. because I still feel like that card has plenty of value. So everything that I've talked about, it's really rolling it into one and setting a plan into motion. This video in a sense is a way for me to show you guys my thought process on how I plan on getting these bigger cards to hold long term. In a sense, it's also a way for me to document my whole progress in this sports card world and how I'm able to achieve my goals. And by showing you guys what I've been buying and selling on a weekly basis allows you guys to also see the progress I'm making on a step-by-step basis. So I really hope you guys found some value in this video. If you guys did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. Everything that I talk about is in a way to help put these things into motion. Like I said, it's a way for me to document my own progress, but at the same time, it's also a way for you guys to kind of follow step by step, follow me on my journey and through the sports card world, and also to help you guys kind of help make those sound purchasing and selling decisions if you truly do plan to invest in sports cards long term. So once again, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. And with that being said, my name is Josh, and I'll see you guys in the next video later.